We've just discovered that in terms of generating personal revival in your own soul, where you need God to breathe upon you, because you can sometimes go through periods of life where you experience a dry spell, or you feel as though your bones are dry or the people's bones around you are dry. But if revival is going to happen in our world, it has to begin with us, and then it flows outward. It always starts inward and then it flows outwardly. And so we've pointed out that step number one is to go back to rediscover your purpose. You go back and rediscover your purpose. If you get away from your purpose, you'll lose your fire. You will lose your fire. You have to turn whatever is hurting your life, turn your pain into purpose. Because life is always richer when you understand its meaning and its purpose. And we should always have a cause that is greater than ourselves. Life is so much more than just about us. You live your life on purpose. Everything that God does, He does on purpose, with purpose, and for purpose. And then part two is to revisit your passions. Revisit your passions. Your life becomes dry and dull, boring and insipid when you walk away from the things that you were passionately in love with at an earlier point in your life. And so you have to always go back and revisit your passions that are in your life, because purpose produces a passion. Whenever you're operating in your God-ordained purpose, you are passionate about life. You wake up with zest and vigor and vim and vitality, and you live this life with the enthusiasm, which is nothing more than God on the inside trying to express Himself on the outside. It is in Theo, God on the inside, working Himself through us, revealing Himself even through our flesh. The third part is to reevaluate the people in your life. Reevaluate the people in your life. And I taught you about the law of the inner circle, that those that are closest to you will determine your level of success. And so you know about the folks that are in your life. You show me your friends and I'll show you your future. And so when you get around other passionate people who are on fire for God, something in your heart catches a fire. You have to be very careful about the company that you keep. You are known not only by the company that you keep, but also the company that you shun. You can't walk with everybody. And then you will begin to discover that sometimes breakups are meant for makeups, and sometimes breakups are meant for wake-ups. And God will wake you up and let you know who you cannot walk with in this life. And that brings us to step number 4 here. It is to re-examine the problems in your life. Re-examine the problems in your life. Re-examine the problems in your life. There's somebody who's in this place today that's facing a problem. There's more than one person, I bet you that. And have you ever been in a problem, and the pain that the problem is producing in your life is so intense that it makes you start questioning stuff? You ever had pain to the degree that you start asking yourself some questions because something that you started out very sure of, you're no longer sure of anymore because of the intensity of the pain? That God, if this is your will, just because you're going through so much pain, and you start questioning the very nature, and you start asking questions like, should I leave or should I stay? Have you ever been there to where you got into something and it looked like it was good at the onset, but then you ran into some problem and it started hurting you, and you start wondering, should I leave or should I stay? Should I throw in the towel or should I tough it out? You ever been in a place where you've had to ask those kinds of questions? Should I stick with what I have or should I pursue what I really want? Have you ever been in the place where the pain produced in your life was so intense that it made you question and wonder, do I really still want this? Do I really still want it?